Diet on Wells Radio 89.3 FM along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate here in the city of Ibadan. Wells Radio, as we proudly say, and as you know, is your number one family radio station here in the city. I said in the city of Ibadan. You are guaranteed clean and very awesome content here on the dial. This week on Business Diet, we are in for the latest economic business and economic issues across Nigeria. Well, I am your dear friend on the radio, Akinwale Aboluwade. Business Diet, we first kick off with news, and that is news on the salient issues regarding economy and business in Nigeria. Oyo State also is still going to be given some focus. Well, that would dovetail into analysis. This afternoon, I want to say, although I don't have my analyst in the studio, well, you and I can travel the journey together, and I believe that it's going to be a safe sail with you being here with me, listening to me. And then during the analysis segment, I would crave your indulgence to call the studio lines. The studio lines to call are here. You can take it down, and then when we get to that segment, you can make a call to tell us your observation, react to the economic news that are read, and of course, if you have other issues that are economic related regarding the country or the particular state or town or city where you are, you can feel free to share your thought with us, and then we discuss it together to find way forward. Nigeria, as I always say, is our own. We don't have two places that we can call our own. For me, as a person, I don't have dual citizenship. I am a proud citizen of Nigeria, and I say that the good of this land shall come at my own time. I shall witness it, I shall partake in it, and I shall profit in it. What about you? I can imagine that you are speaking from the other side there, and you are also optimistic. So my advice for us as Nigerians is that let us keep optimism alive. Let us be optimistic, and things shall surely get better. The year is nearing an end. By now, you should have been taking stock of things that you did correctly regarding maybe economic decisions that you took that are correct, and the ones that you took that you made a goof. I made a goof on 1, 2, or 3 things, but then I thank God that here I am still standing, and hopeful. And of course, I want to say that year 2025 is not just about the goof for me as well as for you. It is also about some wins. I made quite some wins, which I'm very, very happy about. And when we get to that segment, we are going to talk much about that. The studio lines to call are 0916 893 1000. That is the first number, and the other number is 0915 3334 893. Okay, and the last number is 0911 333 893. So after the business and economic news, we shall go into analysis, and then you can join me in the studio. Let us hear you out what you think about the state of things regarding economy and business in Nigeria. Well, before we go into analysis, let us go into the news. First, the news headlines. Car import rise to 1 trillion naira in 9 months in Nigeria. Dangote to start selling petrol at 739 naira per litre from Tuesday. OYO government clarifies concern as Oluyole Industrial Estate operators fear reduction of road width. Now the news in details. Car import rises to 1 trillion naira in 9 months. Importation of passenger motor vehicles into Nigeria rebounded strongly in 2025, with the total value crossing the 1 trillion naira mark in the first 9 months of the year, as improved stability in the foreign exchange market eased pressure on dealers and buyers. Foreign trade statistics released by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) show that passenger motor car imports were valued at 1.01 trillion naira between January and September 2025, up from 894.09 billion naira recorded in the corresponding period of 2024. The increase of 113.15 billion naira represents a year-on-year growth of 12.66%, marking a clear turnaround after prolonged weak demand triggered by currency volatility and rising landing costs. However, a breakdown of the quarterly figures indicates that the recovery gained traction mainly in the second half of the year. In the fourth quarter of 2025, passenger motor car imports stood at 224.58 billion naira, down from 238.73 billion naira in the same period of 2024. This decline of 14.15 billion naira, or about 5.9%, suggested that importers were still contending with the lingering effect of earlier exchange rate instability. The cautious trend continued in the second quarter as imports fell to 254.67 billion naira between April and June 2025, compared with 291.93 billion naira in the corresponding quarter of 2024. The shortfall of 37.26 billion naira amounted to a contraction of roughly 12.8%, reflecting subdued activity despite gradual improvements in foreign exchange liquidity. The trend reversed sharply in the third quarter. Between July and September 2025, the value of passenger motor car imports soared to 527.98 billion naira from the 363.42 billion naira in the same period of the previous year. This represents an increase of 164.56 trillion naira, or about 45.3%, more than offsetting the declines recorded in the first half of the year and driving the overall 9-month growth. Country-level data underscore the scale of the rebound. In the first quarter of 2025, imports of used vehicles with diesel or semi-diesel engines and engine capacity above 2,500 cc from the United States were valued at 93.51 billion naira, making the U.S. Nigeria's largest source of passenger vehicles during the period. Overall, while passenger motor imports in the first half of 2025 were 51.41 billion naira lower than the same period of 2024, the strong third quarter performance pushed cumulative imports well above last year's level. Analysts attribute the rebound to renewed confidence among importers, driven by easing exchange rate volatility and improved access to foreign exchange, even as vehicle prices remain elevated. Dangote to start selling petrol at 739 naira per litre from Tuesday. Founder and president of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has announced that the pump price of petrol will drop to 739 naira per litre nationwide from Tuesday, with initial implementation at MRS filling stations in Lagos. Dangote made the disclosure on Sunday during a press briefing at the Dangote Petroleum Refinery in Lekki, where he revealed that the refinery had reduced its gantry price of petrol from 828 naira per litre to 699 naira per litre 2 days earlier. He assured Nigerians that the new pump price would be strictly enforced, stressing his determination to curb price manipulation within the downstream petroleum sector. Starting from Tuesday, MRS will begin selling petrol at 739 naira per litre. We will enforce that low price and ensure it is implemented. Anyone with trucks can come here and buy petrol at 699 naira per litre. That price already includes the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority charges. So what comes to us is about 389 naira per litre, Dangote told journalists. He accused some marketers of deliberately keeping pump prices high in a bid to undermine the price reduction and sabotage government efforts. Those who want to keep prices high to sabotage the government, we will fight them as much as we can to ensure prices come down. 970 naira is not the price. If you have the money, you can come and buy petrol here at 699 naira per litre, he said. Dangote further expressed concern over reports that some filling station operators were resisting the downward price review. I was told that some marketers met with some officials and were asked to ensure prices remain high. But we are starting with MRS station, most likely from Tuesday in Lagos. That 970 naira per litre price will no longer be seen, he added. He urged members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, and other bulk buyers to take advantage of the reduced gantry price to ease pressure on consumers. We have asked anyone who can buy 10 trucks to come and buy 10 trucks at 699 naira per litre. We will deploy all available resources to ensure price crash. Within a week to 10 days, we should be able to deliver nationwide. For December and January, we do not want petrol to be sold above 740 naira per litre anywhere in the country, Dangote said. OYO government clarifies concerns as Oluyole Industrial Estate operators fear reduction of road width. The Oyo State government has assured residents and companies within the Oluyole Industrial Estate that the ongoing road reconstruction will not reduce the original width of the road, dismissing circulating reports suggesting otherwise. This clarification followed growing concerns among factory operators and residents who fear that the new construction layout might shrink sections of the road, potentially disrupting traffic flow and heavy-duty vehicle movement within the industrial cluster. Officials of the Ministry of Public Works, Infrastructure and Transport reaffirms that the Governor Seyi Makinde-led administration remains committed to delivering infrastructure strictly in line with approved engineering standards. A senior ministry official explained that the seemingly narrow width currently observed by road users is a temporary stage in the reconstruction process. She noted that the ongoing earthworks, draining installation, and soil stabilization often give the impression of a reduced corridor before the full width becomes visible. During a visit to the ministry, a female official who spoke on the condition of anonymity reiterated that the road stretch from Mobile to Total Filling Station and down to Town Planning Ring Road remains fully designed for reconstruction without any reduction in its original width. Industrial stakeholders have welcomed the clarification, noting that maintaining the full road width is critical to efficient logistics operations and ease of doing business. Findings by our correspondent indicate that the project involves rehabilitating and upgrading key access roads serving manufacturing plants, depot, processing factories, and logistics hubs within the estate. The design conforms to standards of the OYO State Ministry of Works, payment guidelines, and local environmental requirements finding shows. The Makinde administration reiterated its commitment to infrastructural development, urging residents and business operators to remain patient as the project progresses, noting that the completed road will improve mobility, reduce congestion, and enhance the business environment within the estate. Before I end the business and economic news, here are the headlines once again. Car import rise to 1 trillion naira in 9 months. Dangote to start selling petrol at 739 naira per litre from Tuesday. Oyo government clarifies concern as Oluyole Industrial Estate operators fear reduction of road width. It is on this note that I bring to end the business and economic news. Well, I want to say that the studio lines to call on the analysis are as follows: 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 4893, and the last one 0911 333 3893. But before we go into the analysis, dear listener, we have to go on commercial break. When we are back, you will be with me here in the studio. We shall talk the talk together. Cheers.
The rules, but I figure that's what stars are supposed to do. Just cause we're super cool. Don't you know, whatever time of day.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Christ Ambassadors International College is a private, co-educational Christian day and boarding school located at Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. We offer a blend of Nigerian and British curricula designed to nurture global leaders with godly values. With world-class facilities, exciting co-curricular programs, exceptional pastoral care, and outstanding academic results, we ensure your child's dream becomes a reality. Our entrance examination for 2026-2027 academic session will hold on Saturday, 14th February 2026 at 8 a.m. For inquiries, please call 0704-530-8414 or 0814-177-2806 or visit www.christambassadorscollege.com. Christ Ambassadors International College, nurturing global and godly scholars.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafi Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
Oh yeah! If you like sports wella, make I reason you Sports Assembly on Top World Radio 89.3 FM. You won't hear latest gist, analysis will get vibration.
Firmino, excellent. Scott Mark, everybody. Lisandro Martinez.
Don't drill them for that final.
Lisandro Martinez no play like saying just the
All transfer rumors.
That one they play 2-1. The last victory be for Xavi before he carry load come out for Barcelona.
Okay now, Monday to Friday 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We go run una auto for sports matter, football, basketball, tennis, and even our local sports. If na EPL, E-Day, Italian Serie A, E-Day, Spanish La Liga, E-Day, MPFL, no dull yourself. Even predictions where they enter, that one save day. Sports Assembly on World Radio 89.3 FM. Sports lovers, no shaking. Meet Sam Adeliri, una one and only Sadeliri, and the Sports IQ on top Sports Assembly on World Radio 89.3 FM, where sports matter, they share.
Ọmọlúàbí o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn ọmọlúàbí fi àsìkò yìí pè gbogbo ènìyàn sí ìpàdé àpéjọ àṣà àti ìṣe ní ọjọ́ 26 oṣù kejìlá ní dédé agogo kan ọ̀sán ni o 1 p.m. Ètò yà bú rẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ fàrẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ ní ẹ̀ka Botany Garden ilé ìwé gíga ìlú Ìbàdàn tí a ó ní àǹfààní láti díje àti jáwé olúborí nínú eré ìdárayá bíi ayò ọlọ́pọ́n, àárín, draft, ìjẹwùrù, ọkùnrin àti obìnrin tó bá mọ̀ra mú jùlọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ ìforúkọsílẹ̀ 5,000 naira owó ìdíje 7,000 naira dress code for the day aṣọ ìbílẹ̀ food for the day gbẹ̀gìrì àtẹwédú ẹ̀fọ́ rírò pọ̀nmọ́ aláta ẹmu ògùrọ̀ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ fún ìbéèrè àti ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ẹ lè kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ káyélujára wa ọmọlúàbí àtàtà @gmail.com tàbí ká ẹ pè ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 09132 tàbí 07064 ọmọlúàbí ọmọ àmúyangàn kàn.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
When I become rich and famous, all these faces will know who I am, 'cause I'll be a superstar, flashing lights and cover pages. All these faces will know who I am, 'cause I'll be a superstar. Did you see me in the neck?
You're welcome back to the show Business Diet with your dear radio friend Akinwale Aboluwade. When I'm rich and famous, you will know who I am. Really, that's what the song says. For me, there is no need for bragging, even if at the end of the day I become rich and famous. I still remain your dear friend on the radio, Akinwale Aboluwade. Well, let us go to the stories. Each of the news, there are items that really catch attention. Each of them catches attention. Now, car import rise to 1 trillion naira in 9 months in Nigeria. Is that not interesting? That story reads that importation of passenger motor vehicles in Nigeria rebounded strongly, in year 2025, in the current year. That means with total value crossing 1 trillion naira. In the first 9 months of the year. And we are saying we continue to groan. The economy is bad. The situation of the country is not so pleasant. There is no money in circulation. But then we see businesses grow. What do you have to say to this? Car import rise to 1 trillion naira in 9 months. I would like to listen to you. Why do we have a surge in importation of cars in Nigeria? Well, I want to say from my experience in the business climb, I personally, incidentally, I am also a car seller. I'm into car dealership. Maybe you don't know. And I want to say for free here that if you want to have some consultancy on your car, maybe you want to get your car sold and you don't know how to go about it, you can call the studio lines and you'll be linked with me. The studio lines to call are 0916 893 1000, 0915 334 893, and 0911 333 893. Yes, if you have vehicles that you want to sell, you can contact us at the station. We would help you to market it. And if you want to buy a vehicle, we can handle that consultancy for you from the business diet. Okay. Of course, you are going to pay the station. You are going to pay, of course, it's not going to be for free. So car import rise to 1 trillion naira in 9 months. One of the things that, one of the variables that could be responsible for this, the fact that, in this quarter, that was the third quarter of the year. That was the third quarter of the year, a preparatory to the last quarter of the year, which ends into Christmas and the New Year period. Investors will need to stock up. You have to stock up in anticipation of Christmas and New Year. Yes, if you have a business, you want to shore it up, you want to fill your store up so that prospective buyers will have a wider range of items to buy. So it is also in the car business sector. Okay, so in anticipation for December, we want to buy vehicles, new vehicles. We want to change our vehicles to buy another one. We want to stock up for customers to have a wider range of choices of cars. Okay, that on its own accounts for reasons why you have a surge in importation of cars. And of course, apart from that, if you study the economy, the exchange rate, I'm not saying has improved, but then there is you can mark feel some stability. You can feel some stability, and that would give some confidence to the importers to import vehicles into the country. Okay, if the dollar exchange rate is stabilized, then I can do my business. Unlike when it was so jumpy, today it goes as far as 1,800 plus to $1, and tomorrow it comes to as low as 1,600 to $1. That kind of the risk in that area will be too overt. But as we have it now, with a little bit of stability, businesses can be planned. Business owners can have confidence that, okay, if I invest my money, I'm sure that I'm not going to crash land. You get the sense of that crash land, that I'm not going to crash into losses. Okay, that also is a possible factor that could account for the surge in prices of cars. One of the paragraphs of that story reads, foreign trade statistics released by the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, show that passenger motor car imports were valued at 1.01 trillion naira between January and September 2025, up from 894.09 billion recorded in the corresponding period of year 2024. That was last year, when pitched side by side. It has been discovered, records have shown that there is an improvement this year. Okay, what does that say? Stability of naira-dollar exchange. Okay, naira to other foreign currencies, especially dollar stability, may be accountable. Now, other factors is that, okay, when you have improvement in the number of people that buy Tokumbo vehicles or new vehicles, it will encourage investors or car dealers to put more money into buying importation of vehicles. So that is what we have here. And now I want to say that Nigerians really, from my own point of view, Nigerians really are quite resilient. They are very courageous. This never say die attitude this never say die approach to things is really working for Nigerians, despite the very challenging economic climate. Nigerians don't give up. So it is from this end that, from this point that I want to encourage in that each and every one of us that, are you distressed about the state of the economy? No, that is not the way to go. The way to go is to put courage and to look back at what were the factors that were responsible for stumbling in the past. There is this that reminds me of this Yoruba adage that says that Ti ọmọdé bá ṣubú awòwájú, tí àgbà bá ṣubú awẹ́yìnwò. When if peradventure a kid, a young, maybe a child of about 3, 5 years, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old falls down, sleeps and falls down. He tends to look forward, but for an elder, when a mature man sleeps and falls, he or she will look back at the object upon which he or she stumbled, so that he or she won't be a fool that stumbles twice on a single stone. Yes. So in business, that is also related. When you have a business pitfall and you look back, you take stock, what made me to fail in that business? What really accounted for my losses? And then you rearrange your priorities, you re-strategize, and that would help you a lot. So now that is that about that story. Car import rise to 1 trillion naira in 9 months. Don't leave this show to me. You're free to call. Okay. Dangote to start selling petrol at 739 naira per liter from Tuesday. Oh, that is from tomorrow. How do you feel from buying fuel at the rate of about 900 naira per liter to now buying at 739 naira per liter? That is about 230, 240, 250 cut per liter. 230 naira, 240 naira, and 250 naira slash in the price of petrol. Well, how does this feel for you, especially as the year nears an end? Okay, I think for me, it is better. It is better. If I need to buy 50 liters of petrol per week, and today I got a slash of about 200 naira or a little more cut on each liter, for me, I'm going to say thank God. Maybe because I'm not as rich as Dangote himself yet, but I guess that for whoever has good sense of the economy, you will say thank God. Well, we are looking for better days when the price of petrol will fall far below 500 naira per liter, but at least let us celebrate what we have on hand. Let us rejoice that, okay, at least I can relate a bit with the positive change in the economy. If you say you are not affected by the prices of petrol, I want to bet with you that is a joke. That is a joke. There is nobody that is not directly affected by the price of petrol. So let us say it is a welcome decision. Dangote, we are happy if there is competition. If competition is doing this, we want more competition so that we would have it better as a people. Oh no. If you ask me how I've been feeling about this issue of petrol, I got so many people that are traveling on my bill this December period, so I know how it feels. From Kaduna down to this place to Ibadan, from somewhere else down to Ibadan, and you having to bear the hike. You are the one to bear that. And also, personally, you got to do some traveling up and down. Fueling your car comes with a little more ease. Now, in that story, Dangote to start selling petrol at 739 naira per liter from Tuesday. The story, let me pick maybe one or two paragraphs of that story. Founder and president of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has announced that the pump price of petrol will drop to 739 naira per liter nationwide from Tuesday, with initial implementation at MRS filling stations in Lagos. Dangote spoke, and he said that the gentry price of petrol has reduced from 828 naira to 699 naira per liter. Okay. That is such news. Now, it says that, okay, if you are into transportation of petrol, you can come. If you have up to 10 trucks, you can come and get your petrol bought at 699 naira per liter to sell officially at 739 naira per liter. Okay, so what comes to Dangote, as he said during a press interview in Lagos at that mega station, is that Dangote, what comes to Dangote at the end of the day is 389 naira per liter. Okay, and his explanation to that is that already the price that was announced 739 naira per liter, he has taken care of the charges by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Well, I want to say, Ọdún Ayọ̀ ni ọdún tó ń bọ̀ yìí fún wa. This coming Christmas and New Year is going to be a year that Nigerians will say it is better after all. Yes. So also, I just want to advise the authority that as we are experiencing this ease in the price of petrol, let us also feel the pause. Let us also feel the ease in terms of security. For a country to be prosperous, then there should be peace. Must be peace, harmony, and of course, businesses should move forward. Now, let us look at the last story. Your government clarifies concerns as Oluyole Industrial Estate operators fear reduction of road width. Let me take the first paragraph. The Oyo State government has assured residents and companies within the Oluyole Industrial Estate that the ongoing road reconstruction will not reduce the original width of the roads, dismissing circulating reports suggesting otherwise. Now, are you living in Oluyole Estate? Are you working in one of the companies in Oluyole Industrial Estate? What were your fears before now? That story says that there was fear in the mind of people, residents, and company owners, as well as staff of companies that are resident within Oluyole Industrial Estate. Now, the state government has doused the fears of the residents by saying that it is not ready to reduce the standard, neither is it ready to reduce the width of the project. And that story reads that the Ministry of Public Works, Infrastructure and Transport has reaffirmed that the government of Seyi Makinde would deliver infrastructure strictly in line with approved engineering standards. Well, she noted that ongoing earthworks, drainage installation, and soil stabilization often give impression of a reduced corridor before the full width becomes visible. Okay, if you are a business owner within the corridor of Oluyole Industrial Estate, I want you to stay calm and be reassured that your business will not suffer any itch. Let me explain this to you. Okay, maybe you don't even understand that story. What is being said is that there is gradual effort by the Oyo State government to reconstruct the major road networks within the Oluyole Industrial Estate. And as such, some people are apprehensive that with the traces that they are seeing, the road width, the size of the road in terms of width would not be maintained, that the government is planning to narrow up the road. Well, that the state government has said is not correct. So I like to use Yoruba proverbs. Okay, Yoruba will say that kí a wádìí ohun gbogbo dájú ká sì di òtítọ́ mú. Okay, what that means is that you try to investigate, check, confirm, reconfirm. Don't just jump to conclusion. Don't just assume that, okay, this is our faith. If you see some traces, it is good for you to check, to cross-check, and make further clarification. Don't just assume that the road, the Oluyole Industrial Estate roads would be narrowed. No, it will not be narrowed. It's just that they are doing some earthworks that would make it look as if the stretch is going to be, the width of that road stretch is going to be reduced. And the industries, the companies within Oluyole, why are they apprehensive? They are apprehensive that if the road, God forbid, that if the road should be reduced, the size of the road should be reduced, it will be difficult for their trucks, because the trucks are long, of course, that it will be difficult for their trucks to maneuver, to turn, to reverse, and all that will create a lot of stress on the road and for the road users. Well, that is one. Another thing is that most of these trucks park by the side of the road. If you have a situation where the road is narrowed, it will be difficult because it will be almost impossible for other vehicles to move on the road. By the time you have a truck, it will obstruct movement, and that will be a lot of stress. That brings to mind the imagery of Apapa. Oh, well, if you got to move, I wouldn't know the current situation now, but in the past, if you got to move from Oshodi down to Apapa and back, sometimes you might spend almost a whole day doing that because of congestion. So we would not want to welcome road congestion here in Ibadan and Oluyole Industrial Estate for that matter. So, well, I want to say thank you to you for going through the journey with me. It is on this note that I will be saying goodbye, but I won't want to say that until I have said a big thank you to the engineering crew and, of course, to my producer, Toluwaleke Ali, and the management of Wells Radio 89.3 FM for the opportunity. Dear listener, I won't want to leave you without giving an advice. I want to say that you face each day of this new week with courage. Be optimistic that tomorrow is going to be better than today. But then, do good planning. Until next week, Monday, when we meet again on another edition of Business Diet, I remain your dear friend on the radio, Akinwale Aboluwade. Cheers.
Superstar. Did you see me in the magazines? Tell me, what did you think of me?